Oh, they're all there? Oh, so they're ready. Oh, okay. Okay. So we're waiting 5 minutes to set everything up for the stage here, but does somebody have a question that you're dying to ask? Yes.
Why are you and Dirk sitting in on the same panel?
Well, you know, I kind of wondered the same thing. I have to tell you one thing is that when you put together a convention, and I don't know how many of you have ever organized an event. I organized the 25th Battlestar Anniversary Convention up at the University of Sheridan. I don't know if you remember that, but honestly, it was the most scary, terrifying thing I've ever done in my life. We needed 265 people to rent rooms. You would think that would be a no-brainer. This is back in 2003, before the new show just came out, right? And we got about 212. We didn't get our room total. So they were trying to close down the event the entire weekend. So I was running from room to room, from every place I could to avoid the hotel staff that wanted to get the rest of their money. The point I'm making here is that producing a convention is a major undertaking, and the organizational skills required. So when you're putting on, you know, an event every 5 years with a new team of people, it is not the easiest thing to do. So things are still being organized, and there's been a lot of last-minute things that have happened with this convention. So we all need to be a little patient and forgiving that it's going to take a little bit of time to get everything operating correctly, but that's the way things are. No matter how well you plan a convention, you will have thousands of things that go wrong. And everything is about problem solving. So this team is working really hard to pull it together, but most of them have never produced a convention before. So just understand, they're working their asses off for you guys. Yes? What?
Not a personal choice.
I'm sorry, what?
It's not a personal choice.
You're not in the panel.
What wasn't a personal choice?
Sitting on the same panels together.
Okay. What am I missing?
You went to Dirk, sitting in the same panel.
So it was not.
Oh, right, exactly. No. No, Dirk and I are very good friends. Actually, we're better friends now than we were during the show. You know, a lot of times when you're a young actor, your agents are very competitive. Everybody's trying to get the same job. And, you know, in our case, we were all trying to get the same girlfriend, which made a big problem for me since all the cute blondes were going into his motorhome. Yes. Anyway, somebody else have a nice question you want to ask me? Yes.
In light of what you've done here, first of all, we all appreciate it. Second of all, we know that Cheryl has been your right-hand person in really making this happen, and she kind of turned to us, and we would like you to present the plaque to her.
Okay, but let me be really clear. I didn't produce this convention. I didn't put it together. It's the Galactica Fan Club with Daniel and Sean and that whole team. Yeah. So believe me, and Cheryl has been working her butt off, came on board. So, in fact, let's give them all a big hand, please. And if once you get introduced to Cheryl, I don't think she's slept in the last month or two, honestly. So if you see her, offer her your room key, buy her a Coke, anything you can do, because she's... Oh, good, okay. Cool. All right. Yeah. Daggett? Everybody knows what the Daggett was, right? Little monkeys in bondage, you know? We had 3 little monkeys that were sharing time in those little mechanical suits. People don't realize that, yeah. Another question, guys? Yes?
What did it feel like talking to yourself in a new series?
Oh, wow. I have to tell you, honestly, that was... It's funny because people don't realize, because TV has a way of recycling things, and you don't realize that the original show was on 35 years ago, right? So I'm 35 years older than I was then, and I was old then. So, you know, there's a lot of distance between me and Apollo. So, and to tell you the truth, I love the original series. I love the story, the backstory, the mythology, everything, right? But I was a little frustrated back then that networks were afraid of science fiction. They were afraid of being too provocative, too edgy, going into the core story. So as an actor, I was a big, huge science fiction buff. So I was frustrated. I wanted to go into that story of life and death. So here I am 35 years later, and here I'm getting to work, you know, opposite Apollo. But for me, I've played 1,000 other characters between the original Apollo and Tom Zarek. So I had enough distance that I really didn't feel competitive, seriously, with Jamie. And after Jamie took his shirt off, there's no way in hell I could be competitive with Jamie. I don't know where that guy goes or how he works out or what he eats, but my God, you know, it's talk about the Apollo God, right? I mean, that guy, amazing. But more than that, he embodied the character. His heart, his soul. You know how characters, sometimes you love a particular character in a movie, right? Well, I have to tell you, beyond the character is the soul, the heart of the human being, the actor playing that character. And when you find the right match for a character and the actor, that's when that character jumps off the page. That's when that character touches your heart, your soul, moves you, shakes you up, whatever. And for me, when they cast Jamie, they couldn't have picked a better actor to embody the qualities of Apollo. Plus, you know, 35 years later, I hate to say it, but they were writing so many delicious scenes that I would have given anything to be able to play 35 years, you know, earlier. So, you know, I was honestly, it was nice to be playing another character, and I gotta tell you, love playing Tom Zarek. It's one of my favorite characters of all time I've ever had a chance to play. So, my only misgiving, I think everybody's going to come in here in a minute, my only misgiving was I really did want to have a dream sequence where I get to flush, you know, Adama and Rosalind out the airlock, you know. I also wanted to have that last moment. I thought maybe it'd be funny at a convention to have, you know, like they had the Nixon interviews, remember? I thought if they had the Zarek interviews where I could get up and maybe, you know, have that last little word that Zarek didn't get, you know, in the series, because Gaeta got to talk to Baltar, right? And I really started the series with, you know, Jamie playing Apollo. We really kind of had that friendship and self-respect, and I would have loved that last moment with Apollo before I went out the airlock. So I thought about maybe doing a satirical version of what Zarek would probably have communicated in his last moments, and then he walks off stage and we hear the toilet flush and he goes out the airlock, you know, into oblivion. Of course, the nice part about Galactica is that you could always end up being a Cylon and, you know, downloaded into a new body. So, thank God. Anyway, hang on one more minute and we should have everybody in here and we'll begin, and thank you very much for all your patience. Thank you.